Good morning, and thanks for tuning in. This is What's Going On Central Illinois, the Greater Peoria Public Affairs Program. It's a weekly check of charitable community events, organizations, and neighborhood goings-on with me, Roxy, a production of Cumulus Central Illinois. And today on the phone, I have Chanel Hargrave Murray. She is the supervisor of Community Connection at the Peoria Park District. Good morning, Chanel.
Good morning. How are you, Roxy?
It's always great to talk to you. You're out there in the community making a difference, a positive difference. And I know the Park District, which is the largest park district in the state of Illinois and the most fabulous, has some fabulous plans, big plans for this summer, as they always do. But this month, it's Jubilee Day. Let's talk about Jubilee Day, Chanel.
So Jubilee Day is the Park District's contribution to the Juneteenth efforts happening here in Peoria. And so we got together. We're going to have it at Glen Oak Park, June 19th, which is the day of Juneteenth. And it's just going to be a full day of just amazing events, activities, family friendly, all of those good things.
Now, before we get too far into what Jubilee Day has to offer, off air we were talking, and Jubilee Day is the original name.
Yes. So when it was created in Texas, it wasn't called Juneteenth. It was called Jubilee Day, even though it falls on the 19th, which is Juneteenth. Jubilee Day was the original name of those festivals, and it was a day of glee, a day of jubilee. We're celebrating freedom and family and happiness and connectivity, just all of those things. So Jubilee Day was the original name of Juneteenth.
And if you don't mind, kind of just a review, if you will. It's like we're going back to school after the summer break. What happened on Jubilee Day? I don't think that enough people really know exactly what we're celebrating.
Right. So when our President Abraham Lincoln, from Illinois, of course, freed the slaves, it did not get down to the South until June, where the emancipation happened, of course. It did not make it down to the South until June 19th, 1865, which was 2 years after the Civil War and after the Emancipation Proclamation happened.
They didn't have social media then.
They did not. They
didn't have a fax machine.
Horses. Yeah, they had to get on those horses, and they had to go from state to state, town to town, and tell people, hey, by order of our president, President Abraham Lincoln, slaves are now free. So it took 2 years to get all the way to the West Coast or the South.
Right.
And that is the day that Texas found out that slavery had ended. And that was the day of Jubilee. So that is how the origination of Juneteenth, the Jubilee Day, came about.
And technology can be grand for reasons like that. Now, Chanel, we're talking about Jubilee Day, a Juneteenth celebration, and it is on June 19th at Glen Oak Park. What is going on? There is a whole schedule of activities. Let's talk it out.
Yes, from 1 to 5, we are going to have our inaugural first King of the Streets car show. And that is going to be encompassed with all types of awards. I've gotten together with a couple of my car buddies, and they were able to help facilitate that event. There's about 25 awards that they're giving out. Best 70s, best 80s, best 90s.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Best 2010s, best 2020s, best car stereo, best wrap, best paint job, best wheels. Anything you could think of in the car culture, they're going to be giving out these pretty cool awards. And the awards are so unique. I really want one, but I'm not I didn't make it that far with the cars. So
Me either, honey.
I'm kind of jealous about these awards that they're going to be getting. And also, there will be one winner that's going to be named King of the Streets. And that, thanks to our partner O'Reilly, they're a huge sponsor for the car show. And there will be $1,000 prize given to the King of the Streets.
Wow.
And you get to have that. That is your title for the entire year until next Jubilee Day. So
How would
the whole
someone enter the car show?
day of, you go there to Glen Oak Park. There will be signage up where to show you where the car show is going to be at, which is in that parking lot right in front or right next to the new playground area.
Yes.
That big long parking lot, that is where the car show is going to be. So day of, you just pull up. They have a registration table that day. You pay your $40 and you enter into the show.
I love that. Show up and show out.
Yes. And of course, it's free for spectators. So if you're just coming to look at the cool cars, it's absolutely free for you. There'll be some food trucks out there. There'll be some vendors out there, 1 to 5. And my favorites, well, one of my favorites, there's so many favorites happening.
I feel ya.
We also have our new Peoria Park District teen ambassadors that just recently started. And this is a group of teens who will be advocating for their age group on things that we're doing in the Park District. They actually will be hosting a tree planting ceremony between 1 and 5. So that's going to be super, super exciting to watch.
That gave me goosebumps, Chanel.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
You got these young people stepping up, planting trees.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so I don't want to mess up the name of the tree, but it's American maple. American maple. It's something with American in it, and that's going to be our official Jubilee Day tree.
Love it.
So yeah, so the youth are going to be out there. They're also going to be giving out tours around the park to teach people about all of the different plants and trees and stuff that we have at Glen Oak Park. A lot of people don't know that Glen Oak is really where the Park District started. That was our home base. And so when it was given to us, and Du Bois, I believe, I'm probably saying his last name.
Dubois.
He came down from Chicago, and he created this beautiful space for families to congregate and, all those type of things. So having the Jubilee Day there and having this tree planting ceremony and car show and all the other things, it's just very, it lines up with what Glen Oak has brought to Peoria.
It is a beautiful park.
It is a very beautiful park. Yep. So after the car show, starting around 5 o'clock, programming will start down at the stage at the band show. We'll have like a little program. We'll give out the prizes to the winners of the car show. Our board will speak. Our executive director will speak. We actually have our superintendent of HR, Shalise Pye. She will be hosting, and she's hilarious. If you have not had a conversation with Shalise, she's hilarious. So she's gonna really bring the vibes. And
I love that.
And then we also have her co-host, Christian McKinley, who is the CEO of the East Bluff Community Center. And he's a vibe as well. He's a big music person, he's the CEO of the East Bluff Community Center, and he's just going to come and he's going to bring that, extra energy that's going to mesh really well with Shalice's.
Sounds amazing. And then it's game on or show on.
Yes. So we have the first band that will be up is Ryan Byfield and the Nuclei. They are out of Champaign. They are like a reggaeton band. They're going to start the vibe, get the vibes going right.
I can attest. Ryan is amazing.
They are pretty amazing. So after that, we have DJ Divide and Jalen Howard, who is a guitarist, and they're going to do a DJ versus guitar battle. And
I love that.
And during the battle, there will also be a House of Runway fashion show showcasing local African designers in their attire. So, and then we will also have Martez Cox. He will be showcasing a live painting all at the same time. So all of these things are going to happen at the same time on the stage. There will be a DJ versus guitar battle, a runway show, and Martez will be doing a live painting.
This is something that you see like on TV, and it's happening Glen Oak Park at the band shell right here in the center of the universe, as I like to call Peoria, Illinois. That is amazing. And how much does all of this cost, Chanel?
Free. This is free for the general public. This is free for the public, for you to come out with your families, have a good time. There will be food trucks that you do have to pay for, though. There will be vendors selling their merch. There will be family fun activities. We have Tricocha University coming out. Their students are going to be doing tinsel If anyone has ever went to like a festival,
Oh, yeah.
you always, yeah, you'll
You
find
know
like
I
the little
know.
booth. I know you know.
Get a little tinsel in your hair, a little sparkle, never hurt anybody.
Exactly. So Chacochi University, my alma mater, because I went to hair school too. They will be out there doing tinsel in kids' hair, adults' hair, whoever wants to come get their a little festival look going on. And then and of course, like Fun on the Run will be out there. There'll be a game truck out there. It's just going to be a whole bunch of toucher trucks, so kids can go and sit inside the big trucks, the fire trucks, and the squad cars, and the ambulance, and all those things. Toucher truck will be out there. And then ending the show, after the runway show, we have a cover band, Just Fine, a Mary J. Blige tribute cover band from North Carolina. And I've watched some of their videos, and I'm really excited to watch them perform.
You're like, you sure that's not Mary J. Blige? That's incredible. I'm talking to Chanel Hargrave Murray. She is the supervisor of community connection with the fabulous Peoria Park District, the largest and most fabulous park district in the state of Illinois. It's one of the oldest as well. And they've got a big party coming up on June 19th at Glen Oak Park. It's Jubilee Day, a Juneteenth celebration, and everybody is welcome. It is free to the public. Bring your chairs, bring your blankets, have a good time, enjoy each other. And you don't have to be African American to go. You can go and find out more and get informed, find out what your neighbors are doing and what they're about.
Yes, most definitely. And at 9 o'clock, you get to watch Peoria's first Jubilee Day drone show.
Oh, drone shows are the coolest.
So yeah, so we're pretty excited about bringing this experience to Peoria, and we're pretty excited to see all of our friends and family come out for the day to enjoy Jubilee all together.
Where is the best place for our listeners to go to get all the information about this fantastic celebration?
PeoriaParks.org. You go over to our events tab, and it'll take you right to a Juneteenth page. On that page, you'll find all of the information about our events as well as other festival events throughout the city. So we did a huge collaborative landing page for everyone that's doing these huge Juneteenth events throughout the city throughout the month of June. But and then definitely make sure you follow our Facebook page, PeoriaParks.com, or Peoria Parks on Facebook, Instagram, and I believe TikTok.
Ooh, that's a good way for me to lose hours of my day. TikTok.
Me too.
Now, there's a lot more going on. As I said, the Peoria Park District is the largest in the state of Illinois, and they've kept things going for so many years. What else can we expect this summer?
This summer, of course, we expect the festivals that are happening all down at the riverfront. Of course, we are in our fourth year of Streets Belong to Me, working with the firefighters, distributing backpacks July 24th. And then we also have a lot of other events that are happening throughout the parks, throughout the city. Wreck and Roll will be doing about 27 different stops throughout the summer. They're just setting up shop at its local parks. You'll see the big blue and pink and yellow truck that says Wreck and Roll on the side. They're going to be stopping out on Tuesdays and Thursdays at different parks, just coming and hanging out with with our neighbors. So it's just a lot of things happening this summer.
It is the Peoria Park District. I'm talking with Chanel Hargrave Murray. She is supervisor of community connections. And I've known Chanel for several years. And
Yes.
You'd think she was just born and raised in Peoria. She is in there making things happen. But Chanel, you're not from Peoria.
No, I'm from Oceanside, California.
She's not even from the Midwest, people. She is a pillar. You have made such a difference, a positive difference in our community. And I wonder, you moved here. How did you find Peoria? And what made you decide, I want to get involved and help make Peoria a great place to live?
I actually stumbled upon Peoria by chance. When I went through what I went through with my kid's father, I kind of wanted to be close enough to my son but far enough away. And so Peoria was just the place. And I actually had a friend here. Moved here with my friend for a little bit, ended up finding my own place. And in the meantime, I was able to connect with some amazing people in the community that were doing these amazing things for the community. And when you're around people like that, it just they bring it out of you. Not only was I raised to serve my neighbors or serve my community through the family that I was born into, but also being connected with other community leaders made me want to get up and actually give back to the city that gave so much to me. Because when I first originally moved here, it was just me and my daughter. I didn't know anyone. I was struggling, but I was able to meet some of the best people that I know here in Peoria, and it really helped mold me into the woman I am today. And for that, I'm so grateful, and that is why I continue to do the work that I do for Peoria.
And Peoria is better for it. Chanel, you are fabulous. And that daughter, how old was she when you moved to Peoria?
7 years old. She is now 17.
She just graduated from Richwoods High School, and she's moving on to bigger and better things as well. Chanel, thank you so much for all you do to help make my hometown so much better. Your honorary hometown, whether you like it or not. You know that?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a Peorian now. I've accepted it.
The Peoria Park District, making Peoria just a little bit better to be in. There's always something going on. PeoriaParks.org online, or find them on Facebook, Peoria Park District, and potentially TikTok. I'm looking them up. Chanel, is there any last words you want to give our listeners to help encourage them to join in on the fun that the Peoria Park District has to offer?
Yeah, just find your space where you fit the best. Come out, enjoy, be safe, positive vibes always. And just remember that, what we give to our city, we get right back. So everyone have a safe summer. Everyone be kind and stay positive.
Love that. Chanel, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll talk in the near future.
Yes, thank you, Roxy. I appreciate you.
PeoriaParks.org. Get all the information on Jubilee Day celebration on June 19th and everything that the Peoria Park District has to offer. It's a beautiful community collaboration. This was another episode of What's Going On Central Illinois, the Greater Peoria Public Affairs Program, a weekly check of charitable community events, organizations, and neighborhood goings-on with me, Roxy, a production of Cumulus Central Illinois. Get out there and have a fabulous Sunday, make some beautiful memories, and do your best to be kind to all kinds. That doesn't cost a thing. I'll be back next week with another episode of What's Going On Central Illinois. Thanks for listening, and be safe out there.